The game I sunk hours into this week is Atia's Legacy, pitched as an MMORPG from Axie Infinity. In practice, it's not really an MMO. It plays closer to a squad-based RPG. Think less roaming around a big world with thousands of people, and more about building a team of Axies, marching them down a road, and fighting whatever got dropped in front of you. Now, it's worth saying straight away, this is still in closed testing. We're looking at very early stages here. So what you see is now more like a framework. Some systems are in, others are missing, and monetization is completely turned off. Keep that in mind before making any final calls. You start with just one Axie in your squad, but eventually you build up to 5. Each run drops you into a path lined with enemies. You guide your squad along, and as you push further down the road, the fights get harder, more enemies and stronger setups. The combat isn't hands off, but it's not exactly deep either. Positioning your Axies and letting their stats do the heavy lifting is the core of it, while you do still control when they activate some of their specials. Every Axie comes with 4 gear slots: a helmet, a weapon, shoes, and armour. These boost their base stats, and those stats are split across categories like strength, willpower, intelligence, the usual suspects. Your Axies also come in the familiar archetypes from previous Axie games. You got plants, aquas, birds, beasts, etc. A plant leads towards tanky, soaking up hits in the front, a bird or aqua tends towards more damage dealing, and a beast sits somewhere in between. On top of that, every Axie has 4 parts: mouths, back, tails, horns, that add another layer of customization. You can roll different parts for different effects, and that's where the min-maxing starts to creep in. That's the loop. Gear up, shuffle their parts, and run down another road of enemies. The visuals are one of the strongest parts of Atia's Legacy. It makes a good first impression, which is important when they eventually try and onboard new players. The animations, attacks, and monsters are all engaging, with enough feedback on hits and abilities to make you feel like you're part of the fight. It's bright, polished, and functional, but also energetic in a way that sells the action better than past titles. Progression is all about gear and stat optimization. You're not leveling characters in a traditional sense. Instead, you're grinding for better helmets, strong weapons, and rolling parts until your Axie gets the spread you want. The customization adds depths, but it's also where the grind really shows. There's no massive skill tree or campaign progression yet. It's all about building the right team and nudging their numbers upwards over time. The upside is that it gives you a lot of room to experiment with squad builds. Downside is that after a few hours, you're just rerunning the same loop with slightly bigger numbers. Whether that keeps you invested depends on how much you like tinkering with stats and parts. At the moment, monetization is completely switched off because this is closed testing. There's no ads, no purchases, nothing. But you can see where it would slot in once the game is ready. Optional purchases for resources, cosmetics, or ways to speed up progression. The real question is whether they'll keep it fair or lean too heavily into the monetization once it's live. Atia's Legacy is interesting, but it's early. The bones of a solid squad-based RPG are there, and the visuals give it a better first impression than I expected. But the loop right now is simple and a bit grindy. If you're into experimenting with squad builds, it might click. For everyone else, it's probably too soon to call. I'll be keeping an eye on it to see if it grows into something worth your hours. I play hours, so you don't have to. Follow for more brutally honest takes on mobile games.